Good morning, my friends. Today is a brand new day. We're on brand new trail. We're gonna be doing trail rehabilitation today. I had to relieve myself before we get started on this wonderful trail. Before we get started on this trail rehabilitation. That's kind of hard for me to say really fast early in the morning. Trail rehabilitation. There we go. Oh yeah, we're just doing, I think, like not even a mile. It's a shorter area. It's just some places that's been messed up, and we're gonna add a few new features and such to the trails. It's a hiking and a mountain biking trail, so get the best of both worlds during this video, during this adventure. We'll see how long this rehabilitation takes. It might be a fast one, then we'll be on to a next place. But for now, we're gonna be fixing this trail and making it better for every user that wants to get out in nature. You know what I'm saying? So sit back, grab whatever you're vibing along with, and let's hop into the adventure. Before we get started, I'm gonna get my electrolytes in. Take a pinch of pink Himalayan salt, wash it down with some water, and remember, always stay hydrated.
Got like double track, and then single track kind of peels off and comes back, and people are cutting through everywhere, coming to the houses. This is like a nature trail, like super wide, big bridges, and people will kind of like loop up, so there's like a cut through here. That's just straight fall line and eroded as hell, and it's kind of a mess.
15 feet wide with like a 15-foot radius for him to be able to turn.
I would argue even for this, like I wouldn't do berms on this section. Like this is more like double track, like kids in the stroller as the mom's pushing them, with little kids on starter bikes walking behind them.
Better than what I just got on.
True. It'll hold.
Now there's like
It's a little bit of a squeeze. Clay is in the machine over here. It's a 302, smaller machine, but it has the Inchcon bucket on it. So we got the 300. So we have the 360-degree swivel action. You know what I'm saying? This is where a trail is going to be going. We're going to be rerouting the trail all the way through here, or maybe down in here. I'm not quite sure yet. It's just, I know that we're going to be clearing out a lot of this, so this is all going to be changed here soon, and it will be looking like this. So we're going to connect this into this to make it more accessible for the people that lives around and such. There's so many miles of trail through here for mountain bikers and hikers alike. There's like 5,000 people that live in the surrounding neighborhoods and such, so this will help them be able to commute better in certain areas to be able to get the places that they need to go. You know what I'm saying? Because some of this leads to a shopping center, but a lot of it leads just into this wilderness area that has lots and lots of trail. You know what I'm saying? So this is what we want. This is what we want to build on. This is where we want to be, not the flat building trail. I mean, all of it to me, really, I love it. I'm happy just to be building trails, but this is awesome. Like this, you can see like there's nothing, but we're gonna create. So I gotta run over here to where Clay is and see where he's actually gonna be going, because I know that the trail is gonna be going like this and then have like a swoop like that and then come back up through. So essentially this trail that I'm on right now, we want to mitigate it. We want to decommission it. It doesn't need to be here anymore. We're going to build a better trail that's more accessible for people pushing strollers and such like that.
So our thicker corridor, you definitely want to use a chainsaw even with stuff like this. We have the electric chainsaw, but using the Sawzall on a lot of stuff burns it out.
Okay.
So, and we have limited blades on those. Chainsaw, you know, we can resharpen, and there's a lot of blade to it. So we're about to punch through these southern hollies here. It's a good time of year to do it because we're not going to stress the plant out. We're not going to burn it out. That'll be kind of our gateway to the start of this trail rehab or reroute. And we're going to be going through this power line field. building sustainable trail, and then at the end of it, instead of the trail that was existing, doing fall line down to the main hub area, we're going to contour the trail and reroute it up to that point so we can create a couple of switchbacks. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yep. Short, sweet, quick. Short and quick. Like me. So I believe we're going to be getting some flags right now. We're going to route the actual route that we're going to be taking. So Clay has like a general idea of where he wants to keep the machine going and such like that for this little reroute of this trail. Where's all the trails? You're definitely going to find them.
You're going to stand on the uphill side of this, and you want to go right at eyeball height.
Whose eyeballs? Like short people's eyeballs?
Whoever's
tall eyeballs?
Well,
I'm just kidding.
The same person that's measuring the trail and getting the topo with flags and the climometer.
Yeah.
This little device is called a climometer or clinometer, whatever you would like to call it. Essentially, you hang flags at eyeball height and you read back grade using this device back to this flag. This gives you your marker. So I'll hang a flag here at the entrance. I'll walk to where I can, it's just in sight, because you don't want to hang 1,000 flags. I mean, I do, because it makes it easier to build and see your next flag. We don't want to overuse tape because, you know, it's just a waste. So yeah, that's what we do. We'll start there.
Building trail also comes with bushwhacking. Our favorite thing to do as a hiker. You know what I'm saying?
I bushwhacked one time. I have to take out this tree.
Yeah.
You can squeeze through that.
And then make it up to this tree that you've already marked.
Just go ahead.
Or are you gonna just? Are you gonna not go that way now?
You see, if I cut through here now, I kind of like get away from going up the hill altogether.
Okay.
So I'm gonna hang this one. It's not at eye height, but I know it's center of the trail.
Yeah. So like he said earlier, what we're doing now is just hanging these pink flags to be able to route the area, the trail that we're going to be putting in, to just get a general idea of which way we want to go with the trail, make it a lot easier and less slopey for people pushing strollers and commutes and older people. You know, this is going to be a little bit easier of a hiking trail that leads to some, what is that place? What is it up there?
Essentially, it's a market up there with like different restaurants and then a doctor.
Yeah, it leads up to like a little restaurant area, doctor area with some little shopping places.
Connectivity.
This
is what this trail is to connect people from their houses to a shopping center. The nature trail, it is a double use trail or triple use trail between their OHV, which is utility vehicles, four-wheelers, and then also on top of that, it's for bike optimized and hiking. So we have to create somewhat of a wider trail and make it to where if we do build any switchbacks, it's a wide enough radius for them to drive their UTV through. So that's essentially what we're doing. All right, so we will have a little bit of fall in here, but that's okay. What we want to do is just make sure we hang back out of this compression. Also, another thing is like having two steeps into it helps. The reason why is because when you do your rock armoring, you have to go a certain distance to make it out of your rise or your flood zone, right? So the steeper it is, the faster you make that break. So you less rock armoring.
All right, Clay's starting to cut the corridor now. Let's see how it turns out.
Clay. How you're supposed to approach one of these trees, right? You're supposed to stand back far enough to where you can make a diamond with your fingers, and I'll show you what I mean. You're gonna stand back, make this shape with your fingers, right?
Okay.
And now look at the top of the tree with it. See where, like, make it where the tip of the tree is like perfectly in between your top fingers, right?
Okay, yeah.
And now look at where your bottom fingers are, right?
Yeah, I see them.
That's where your weight is. So we're like 5 feet out from the tree. Now mark it right on the ground visibly. It's like 5 or 6 feet out from the bottom of the base of the tree.
I see what you're saying, from like a straight line from that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So that's where your weight is, and you're supposed to go 360 and do that to make sure where the weight is the way that you're going to cut and notch your tree, because you want it to fall the way it's naturally wanting to fall anyway.
Okay.
Or else you'll get tension and compression, and that's really dangerous.
All right.
Like back here, I had a barber chair happen, which is
Yeah, where it just set down off of the thing?
no, where it split.
Oh.
That thing can come up and go backwards because of all that tension.
Yeah.
Get you in your gut. That's the highest.
So you
depth.
can't stand behind it whenever you're cutting it like that.
You cut all your small stuff around first so that you can get out and get up. But yeah, you always want to be behind the tree, left or right. That's your best exits.
Okay.
If there's not a tree this way or a tree that way.
Yeah, yeah.
Otherwise, you go straight back. But barber chairs, you're kind of just always in the way. It could go left, it could go right, it can go back.
Yeah.
Like there's no right way to like really stand behind the tree except according to your exit plan.
Okay.
What happened here is I just went 45 from the back, and that's just called a back cut. What happened was it was on something, and I went to go cut, that tension and compression didn't go all the way through the tree. Instead, the part of the tree came up and went back just to here, and the rest of that, what's called hinge wood,
yeah,
the wood that's going to control the fall, or that's usually in the center of the tree, is called your hinge wood. That hinge wood was so far down, and it still had all that tension and compression in it, and it just like went back. Thankfully, it only went back a few inches. You do a bunch of little small compression cuts on the back if it has tension.
Yeah.
To release that tension, and then you go from the belly side and you pull back on the saw so that it starts to fall little by little.
Okay.
But this, and you know, like, again, I'm not a professional sawyer. I just have cut a lot of trees.
Well, no, you gave a great explanation. I mean, I understand what you're meaning behind the whole thing of you explaining it. Like, this is a back cut is what you're doing with this.
Yeah.
But this one fell correctly, and this one did the barber chair.
Yeah, I'll say this too. These are kind of, I call it illegal. Back cuts are always supposed to notch. If you keep that, you're going to be a better sawyer. The only reason why I back cut is because that's the way I was taught, and it's not the right way.
Okay.
So like, because it's faster.
But okay, you want them to do it the wrong way so they know how to do it right.
Exactly. Yeah, just like showing people the wrong way is going to give them an example of how not to do it. Like I said, I've just learned it this way. It's not the right way. It's not safe to do that because there could be tension, compression. It could fucking buck on you. It could do whatever. So just doing a 45 is not right. You're always supposed to notch, read the tree. Doing back cuts, it's easier. You don't want to do anything easier when you're doing saw. You do it the right way.
Yeah.
The right way is always longer, takes more time. That's the right way. So
then you prevent yourself getting hurt or anybody else getting hurt.
You do your face cut, right? You make sure that there's no, what people call Dutchmans, is where when you cut too far in on one side or the other, what that will do is that'll cause that tree to twist and it'll be unpredictable. You want to cut precisely so that it's predictable. So essentially I do my top face cut, which is a down 45. There's a spot on the handle where you hold it in the corner. It'll hold a perfect 45.
Okay.
You want to cut down where you meet at least a little over halfway or 3/4 into each whatever tree, depending on the tree's strength of like wood or hinge wood. Sometimes you have to cut even further back on hardwoods because the hinge wood's a lot stronger.
Yeah.
Then you go behind, and on bigger trees it's usually like 1 inch or 2. Well, on this one I cut about 1 inch, and it was still too much because you see this small wood in here that's like kind of wrecked a little bit. That's called your hinge wood. What you really want to see is this hinge wood a little bit higher and just thin.
Okay.
Because that's a good cut. I mean, like if I could get that every time, I'd be a good sawyer.
Yeah,
That's why I don't call myself a great sawyer. But is because there's not a lot of hinge wood here. Perfect hinge is just like those little spiky pieces just there, right in the center.
Okay.
Bigger the tree, typically you're going to see bigger hinge wood and stuff like that. But this is a decent example of like it's not bad, but not great. You know.
All hail the last log of the clearing that we have created. Yeet! Trail. Almost. As you can see, we got the corridor right here. We're gonna be building the trail straight through here. We're gonna attach it to this trail right here. So it's gonna come around this tree right here and go on. And we're gonna keep it more or less the same grade. So then it's not just like an up, down, and it's hard to get through pushing whatever you're pushing, or you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I gotta get all this cleaned up and out of here. And then I'm gonna walk through the field and see where Clay's makes it to. I guess he's going over to where he cleared off with the flags and stuff, where we cut down all the tree. And we'll connect this part to that part. Boom, new trail. Yes, very nice. Oh, the thorn's gonna get you. They're out.
Oh, dude, it sucks so bad.
Oh yeah, I know, my legs. I'm really testing my durability of my legs today. All right, as you can tell, he's already cleared off this area. This is the shape that the trail is gonna be made into. It's gonna be going around right here and then curving back into these woods, back up into there. And then we come back around right here, and as you can see, it's very flat through here. It's no ups and downs. Not gonna be a very strenuous hike. It's gonna be something that's very leisurely, very easy, and just to get people from point A to point B. Ow, 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 the thorns, ow. Now I do need to head back to the trailer real fast. I need to get the loppers and probably a rake as well. Maybe a shovel, I'm not sure. I'm just gonna get the loppers for now to clear off some of that debris and stuff, that make it a little bit easier to clear off, I suppose. I'm definitely, more than likely, gonna need the rake. Definitely more than likely. That don't even make sense. Loppers have been acquired. Just start cleaning up the roots basically on the way.
Our tread is gonna be about 5 to 6 feet wide. So just, even if I clean up past that, just cut.
You want me to just lay down and measure my body and I'll know?
100%.
Hell yeah. Nah.
Yeah, just clean up the roots.
So yeah, I'll just cut where you cut to, and if I see extra shit sticking up and out, all my pokies I like.
Perfect.
Don't get pokeyed by pokies.
Don't get pokey by pokey.
So I'm cutting through all this angel hair roots and stuff like that, getting it real clean and smooth through here. I'm gonna try to make it to where there's not any roots seen right here, but man, this is where it's tough, tedious work. This is where trail work is truly like, where it truly feels like trail work, you know what I'm saying? I just want it on the record right now. The roots, the root work, my least favorite thing about trail job. I hate doing this. I know it has to be done, so just vibing out to some music. Look, just pull up a root. There's more roots. Pull up a root. 100 more roots. Pull up a root. 100 more. Pull up a root. 100 more roots. Pull up a root. 100 more roots. Pull, 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 pull. Just god dang, man, I'm going crazy. There's like a root there, and then a root there. I'm gonna have nightmares about roots. Roots, be gone. Good morning, my friends. Yesterday, it got a little hectic. I started raking and I stopped sweating. So that was a bad problem. By lunchtime, I was like basically fully dehydrated and overheated. So I went home, cooled off, got hydrated more. I had like 4 liters of water yesterday, and I chugged through 3 of them, and I was not sweating, peeing, no nothing. Now we're rested, we got hydration. I got like 8 liters of water this time, 7.5 liters of water or something. Gonna be a great day. It's a Thursday. It's gonna be a beautiful day. It's gonna be a little toasty, but next week the temperatures starting to drop, and this weekend we're going on a big backpacking adventure, and it's going to be in the 60s. Yep, we're going back up to Grayson Highlands. and we're gonna do that backpacking loop. But for now, what we're gonna do, and I'll show you all the trail. Clay has done a fabulous job, a fantastic freaking job of building this trail. Whenever I wasn't here, he was still digging in the machine and clearing off the parts of the trail that's gonna need to be cleared off and everything. So I'll walk y'all through that. We got some more roots to cut, but not as many. For now, we got the chaps on. We got the chainsaw. We're gonna cut these little stumps down. This is where the trail was originally gonna go. Now, it's gonna be going a different way. So it's already finished. Like I said, I'll show y'all in a few minutes. Let's go in and get these all cut. Well, my friends, I'm done with the chainsawing. Now I'm gonna go through with the Sawzall and I'm gonna cut all the bigger roots and everything and sweep up this with the landscaping rake. Get it all nice and pretty, just like the other side that I had been working on. Not as many roots over here. I'm very thankful for. I've had it up to here with the freaking roots. Now that Clay is done with this part of the trail, it's around 750 feet of trail. And now we just got to do like the punch list, the finishing touches type things, get it nice and beautiful and clean for people to start riding their mountain bikes on, hiking on it. And there's UTVs and stuff that drive on this trail as well. That's why it's a lot wider. That's all we got to do now is make it beautiful. Yep, I like this part of the job because you can really take your time and give it your finishing touches on it to make it as clean and beautiful as you can, as much as you want. If you want to do it a shitty job, then I mean, if you want to do a crappy job on it, by all means. You and your company or whoever else is watching this, y'all half-ass it, you know what I'm saying? But here at Nature Trails, we do it to the 110% of it being the best. So let's get all this raking done, and then I got to get the Sawzall and trim all the bigger roots, and then yeah, just get it all raked out nice and neat, and then we're going to get the compactor, roll over it with the compactor and everything, really bring it to life.
You are like gold dust over me, just like an angel set me free. Where are you now? Do you feel safe? I don't need an answer, just need some space.
Yep, just sitting here clipping these roots, getting them all cleaned up and nice and pretty for whenever we open this part of the trail. And I'm also listening to some hiker trash radio, learning about some other fellow hikers and such. It's just a nice, wonderful day. It's gonna be a little muggy, a little hot, but we got an overcast and it might sprinkle a little bit. So that's definitely gonna cool it off and make it feel better. Oh man, I can't wait to get up to the Grayson Highlands tomorrow. I love being in the mountains, and it's been such a long time, it feels like now, that I've not got to sleep in my tent. So much in life has been going on and just been so busy that I've wanted to focus on like my wife and kids more, or like getting out with them and spending time with them. So that's one of the reasons mostly that I haven't been out as well. I've been through some other things as well, but we're all good. We're here. We're happy. Always trying to do it all with a smile on my face, you know? But still, these roots, F these roots.
3, 2. All right, perfect. talking critical edges right now. So there's always that final detail. There's multiple reasons why you want a good critical edge. One, because it's like an artisan style thing. You can take that one extra little bit of effort to make this trail absolutely beautiful. And the way you do that is you're keeping your width of your trail by keeping your downslope perfect in a perfect alignment around. So when you get to the downslope here, you can follow your compaction lines and then just rake that soil down by blending it. Soil, dirt, whatever you want to call it. Blending it down.
Shout out, Doug.
So that when you go to blow your leaves to cover up and naturalize to the trail line of this critical edge, there's a perfect definition where that downslope starts. Now, in a lot of cases when you're in like bogs or if you're in a flat area, it's not all the time that you're getting this critical edge, so that when we do get the chance to make a beautiful critical edge, we do. The way we do that is we bench the trail out with the machine. A bench is essentially a hillside flat, like a road. And then you have your back slope, your tread, which is your trail, and then your down slope. So here, this is our back slope, all the land and hill going into the trail. Our tread, which is our trail, starts at this point, goes to this point, to our critical edge, and then our down slope happens. So we have back slope, out slope tread so that water goes across it to our critical edge, and then from our critical edge is our down slope, which continues that water flow. So anything beyond this naturalized area has to be sloped downward from our trail so that water doesn't back up to it.
All right, we're back to the videos on the phone. My camera's full right now. Storage absolutely completely full. My internal storage and my SD card storage. I'm going today to buy a new SD card. But anyways, I just got done blowing off the trail with the blower. I blew off all the leaves that was back in here in this area and blew them all over this area that was disturbed and messed up. Now you can't really even tell that was messed up or disturbed over here. Right here through here is the trail is looking pristine. Okay, we got to do some more compaction, some more roller stuff with the roller, and we're waiting on it to rain. Hopefully it'll rain here soon because it hasn't rained in a little while, like not at all. We need to get some rain in so then the dirt can settle even more and get compacted even better and more thorough. Shows up more roots and stuff that you need to get up and make it even more perfect, you know what I'm saying? Now Clay's going with the machine and just dragging this one little part that we have left of this trail that we're fixing. And once he gets done with this part, I'm gonna go through, clip the roots, rake, we're gonna compact, and I gotta blow leaves and stuff all over the areas that's messed up again. Once that's over with, I'll catch back up with y'all because I'm gonna go on and do that without the video and then all that, get that over with and done for today, because tomorrow we're going on a big adventure in the Grayson Highlands. Looking forward to that. We did all of this trail, all of this beautiful work right here in 2 days, just me and Clay. And boy, what amazing time that it's been. Some people has already walked through here and said how wonderful it looked and all this, and that they're happy. Nothing like some good hard work and feeling very accomplished after it. I'm very, very thankful and fortunate to have this job, and I'm gonna give it my all every time I do it. Let's hop on to clearing out these roots and raking and such. You know, my favorite, clearing out roots. Yes. Just as much as I like walking on a new trail that nobody's walked on early in the morning and all the spider webs just Gatorade to the face. Spider webs though. Well, that's gonna be it for this trail. We have finished. Mainly we got to come back and compact it after a nice rain, like I said. But next week we'll be on some tree rehabilitation somewhere else in this area that we're already in. We got to do a bunch of diverting of rain and such like that washes out the trail. We're going to be moving the trail and building it a different way, adding some rock features and such. Yeah, so catch us next week on this amazing adventure of building trails and learning while I learn as well. And I will see you in the next adventure, my friends.